This will be my abode for the next couple hours. 855ers, it's an intensely snowy day here in Minnesota, and I happen to be at my local coffee shop with a kind of fun video topic, something that I haven't done before. I've gotten this idea from the fragrance world, the idea of the most complimented gear. Now, I'll be the first to admit that I don't care about compliments at all, but what's funny is when I started thinking about what gear of mine has received the most compliments, the array of gear that I have received compliments for is frankly pretty eclectic and definitely different than a typical everyday carry loadout as far as I'm concerned. So in this video, I'll just show you my most complimented gear, talk about some of the stories behind them, and I hope you enjoy this offbeat everyday carry loadout. Alright guys, we are settled in here at the coffee shop. I've got my little cap here. Without any further ado, let's get into this. Okay, so I thought you would enjoy if I showed you the most outrageous piece of gear that I have that gets compliments. Yeah, this isn't a firearm. This is a giant meerschaum pipe. This big guy I've had since college, and meerschaum is renowned in the pipe world for its ability to absorb heat, and therefore it is better for tasting. And so anyway, I thought you would enjoy my most outrageous gear item first, my giant meerschaum pipe. I don't know if it's ever made an appearance here on 555 Gear, but I've had that thing for over a decade, and it is awesome. Another pipe that I get a lot of compliments on is this Petersen pipe here, beautiful bird's eye maple, and this is more of a daily smoker for me. Definitely a nice little pipe there. If you're wondering why I'm showing pipes first, it's International Pipe Smoking Day, so I thought, what the heck, let's start with the pipes. Alright, up next what I have are my most complimented knives, and my second most complimented knife is this traditional knife from Great Eastern Cutlery. This knife is a lockback. Sorry, the angle here is weird. I'm just getting used to shooting at this angle. This is a Northfield, and the model on this knife is the GEC 73. So beautiful lockback, great swedge on this Warncliffe style blade. Very handsome knife. And when I do get a lot of compliments on, people just love the beautiful scales here, and I mean, there's just a lot of nostalgia for a traditional knife, huh? I think so. My most complimented pocket knife, however, is unsurprisingly perhaps a Benchmade. And I say unsurprisingly because here in the Midwest there is just a cult following for Benchmade. I'll tell you what, I was sitting here setting up, and a guy noticed that I had this sitting on the table, and he came up and he showed me his Benchmade. I took a picture of it, and I'll put that up on the camera real quick. This is the Benchmade 707. This knife is a limited last run of the 707. An older design from Benchmade. This is the Blade Show 2017 edition, and as you can see, it has really nice blue aluminum anodized scales, and yeah, really get a lot of compliments for this one. It's just a really high quality knife, very practical size. If you can find one, I think you'll enjoy it as much as I have. Alright, let's talk about some other gear that I get compliments on. Don't have a lot of compliments as far as pens are concerned, but recently I did acquire this. This is a Prometheus Alpha pen with a Mont Blanc insert, beautiful threaded pen. This one is nickel plated, and yeah, it definitely makes a statement, so I'll get a lot of compliments on this one. As far as flashlights go, frankly, flashlights are not something that I get a lot of compliments on, but when I have pulled out this Muyshondt Maus, which was a gift from Dave at Fragrance Bros, people definitely appreciate the details of the milling of this very simple 3-stage flashlight. Really a beauty, really high quality. I'll put all the specs for these down below, but I'm keeping this overview style and keeping it quick. The one-piece multi-tool fad has come and gone, and the only one that I actually like out of the ones that I had is this GEC Lynch prybar, which does have a place in beer opening season, and when you pull out this little guy, for sure people notice, and it's a lot of fun to bring it to your typical barbecue or something, although honestly I'm not carrying it very much these days. I am carrying this quite a bit. This is my Douglas Field L lighter. Beautiful, made in Japan, amazing details. It's a really high quality piece here from Douglas. It's excellent machining. This is obviously brass. One of the things I like about this over a Zippo is that it actually retains its fluid. It doesn't run out after a couple days. It doesn't evaporate. So the Douglas lighters are so awesome. I'm really desiring to collect a series of Douglas lighters, so you can look for a future video there, because that's something I think I'm gonna just have as a passion project on the side. I always recommend carrying around a little Victorinox. This one is the SD, and it is a limited edition 2016 in purple, and this color always makes a splash. My daughters are always fighting over who will get this, and having a pretty little purple multi-tool like this is, you know, probably one of the easiest ways to show that carrying tools like this is a friendly thing and not a threatening thing, and certainly is probably out of my different Swiss Army knives the one that gets the most compliments, I would say. Of course, you guys are probably wondering what of my watches gets compliments the most, and the one that gets the most compliments by far is my Hamilton Khaki. Well, I will try to get this in frame here. Now, the way that a watch gets a compliment is different than other gear, and what I found in particular is that guys who like this watch end up eventually getting one themselves, and I've had two close friends of mine get some version of the Hamilton Khaki after watching my videos and hearing from me about my experience with this watch, which I've owned now for a long time. And it's just a really great watch, really awesome everyday reliable watch. This is the hand winding version, and I like having that interaction every day with my gear. It's on the OEM strap from Hamilton. It's just a butterfly clasp, nothing fancy. Just a super reliable, one watch for life type of watch, and certainly a piece of gear that I have really enjoyed. And last but not least, I've got these extremely surprising, most complimented piece of gear that I've ever owned. This is so funny. You guys are going to think this is ridiculous that I get compliments on this. I certainly think it's ridiculous. Yes, it's a pair of cheap sunglasses. Cue the ZZ Top. These are just a pair of pugs that I got from a local gas station. I don't even know the model number. I guess it's model number C4, sort of faux tortoiseshell in a gradient pink lens. And man, I just feel like every time I wear these, people come to me and say, I like your sunglasses, where'd you get your sunglasses, da da da. These are so great that I've ended up getting another pair in black, and I wear those all the time. I think it's just a matter of a simple principle in fashion that fit really matters, and so finding something that fits your face and that is flattering makes a real difference. Not exactly something we talk about much in the gear world, but has real world consequences. Oh, and I almost forgot, my most complimented wallet is this Offene Meer Gundeck, which I've now been using for a couple years. I'm actually going to be getting a newer version of this, I think, so stay tuned, but people just love the one-piece leather construction. Really a simple quality wallet that has held up amazingly well. Anyway, so there you go, guys. As you can see, it is a rather eclectic, but overall high quality batch of gear that gets compliments. It's nice that I happen to enjoy and like all of this gear in its own right, and so when a compliment comes around, I can generally recommend the thing that's getting complimented. But as always, it is always funny when something like my giant pipe over here off screen, or pair of sunglasses ends up getting more compliments than the really expensive stuff like this Muyshondt flashlight. or you know, the expensive pen or something like that. Let me know in the comments below what gear is most recommended for you, and I appreciate your thumbs up. Thanks again. If you're new to the channel here, please do hit subscribe. Thanks a lot.
I'll tell you what, nothing feels more ridiculous than walking through a foot of snow in the middle of a blizzard with my pockets full of crap and bags full of camera gear. Sean, let me see your bun. Leo, you're making a castle, and he's got some honey buns.